Over the last 20 years, the web platform has established itself as the dominant platform. It is how we connect our programs and data. It is how web pages and information is connected. Billions of these endpoints are coming together to create the infrastructure that we use today. We have mature technology, we have performant components that are powering our infrastructure. When it comes to blockchain, we have an emerging ecosystem, but it is very different and it is separate. As opposed to having a client server infrastructure, we now have a peer-to-peer network. And although we have an emerging ecosystem of tools and vendors, it would be great to bring both of these together, to have the reach and capabilities of the web and to have the properties of blockchain as well. Now, there's a number of ways in which we could do this. In this case, we're going to use a plugin in a browser. And the advantage of doing that is that you do not have to create your own node. You do not have to replicate the hundreds of gigabytes that are the blockchain. You do not have to have deep technical knowledge. You can add a plugin much like you add any other plugin to your browser. And that allows us to bridge these two worlds to bring both of these architectural approaches together. So our next step is to connect to the Ethereum blockchain using MetaMask. And to do that, we're going to go ahead and install it. I'm going to go ahead and enter the address here, which you can see is metamask.io. Once we arrive at the page, we're going to follow the link for the Chrome extension. Click on the button to add the extension to the page. Give it permissions. And once that is installed, we're going to go ahead and ignore this. We're going to walk through the setup. I'm going to click here on Get Started. And the very first question we get is, are we recovering an account or creating a new one? And we're going to create a new one. Read through the warnings so you understand what you're doing. I should note that in this case, we're going to be working on the test network, so it is Play Money. We're going to go ahead and agree, and then I'm going to be asked to enter a password. Once I've gone ahead and done that, I'm going to go ahead and agree to the terms of use, and I'm going to go ahead and create the account. Now, the accounts on blockchain can be tied to serious resources, and because of that, the makers of the plugin want to make sure that you can recover your account. And in order to do that, they have given you a set of 12 secret words that you should save. Now, you would never reveal these in your normal workflow. However, I'm going to show them because this is a throwaway account simply for the purposes of illustrating how to set up an account. You should never, let me repeat that, in your actual workflow and your actual account creation, never reveal these. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal the passwords. I'm going to go ahead and copy them. I'm going to paste them onto a text editor, just the default text editor on this platform. I'm going to go ahead and put them here on the side. And I guess I should save them just to be explicit that you should save them. And I'm going to go ahead and save them to the desktop. We should see a small icon showing up, and it has. Now we're going to go ahead and verify that we have saved these passwords. And so you should click on the words that you see there below in the order in which they were given to you. Now, if I have not made any mistakes, I should be able to confirm. And yes, you can see there we have created our account. So what we have done at this point is we have added a plugin to the browser. You can see here the little fox icon. We have also created, as part of setting up this plugin, an account on the Ethereum network. And as you can see here, we have an address. I can go ahead and copy it to the clipboard. I'm going to put it in the same document. You can see there the address. This is your public address that you would share with the world. And we also have a balance, which in this case is 0. Now, the next thing that we want to do is we want to change over to the Rinkeby test network. As mentioned, we're going to be performing these exercises on the test network so that we can have some Play Ether, which is the cryptocurrency on the platform. And the way in which we add some cryptocurrency to the platform is the following. We click on deposit, and then we follow the link to something called the test faucet. We are going to use this mechanism to get Ether. I'm going to go ahead and click here on the link. And this mechanism requires us to make a posting on a social network with our account address, which we have here on the document on the side. So I'm going to navigate here next to Twitter. So let's go ahead and enter the Twitter address. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a posting. Again, the posting will be with the account address that we have. To confirm once again, the address is 0312, etc. And so we're going to go ahead here and click on the post. And as you can see there, I have made an entry. I'm now going to copy the link address. So you can see I've copied it to the clipboard. I'm going to put it here on the side, just simply to be explicit. I don't believe we need the last part of this. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that by pasting it onto the browser once again. Yes, we don't need that part. I'm now going to go back to Rinkeby and paste in the address for the posting and request some Ether. But before I do that, let me go ahead and show you that there are no transactions on this account because it is a brand new account. And we can do that by navigating to Etherscan, the blockchain data explorer. So I'm going to go ahead and click on view here. And as you can see, this is a brand new account. It has 0 Ether. It has no transactions. So now let's go back. Let's paste in the link address for the Twitter posting. And I'm going to go ahead and request 18 Ether, which is the maximum I can do over the span of 3 days. Let's see if that goes through. And I think I clicked on the side, or it is challenging me for a CAPTCHA. Let's go ahead and see if I can get that to go. And if you get the green notification or acknowledgement, as you can see there above, it means the request has been successful and it has been funded. If we go back to MetaMask, we should see it pretty soon. It hasn't refreshed yet, so we'll give it a little bit. And as you can see there, it just got funded. So now you have some money, and if you navigate to view on Etherscan, you'll see that there is now a transaction transferring the 18.75 Ether. So at this point, just to overview, what we've done is we gave an overview of both the web infrastructure, the blockchain, in this case, Ethereum's infrastructure. We talked about how to bring them together. We did that using a plugin on the browser. We set up our account. We saved our recovery passwords. We then went ahead and navigated to the faucet where we requested some Ether. In order to do that, we needed to make that social media posting. We then navigated and confirmed, not just on the account, but on the blockchain data explorer, that we had those funds as well. So this is the full cycle. We have gone from having no presence to having a plugin on the browser that allows you to perform transactions. So go ahead and try this out, explore a bit. It is a fun thing to try.